Hi everyone, welcome to the Cook Nook. I'm Angel Girl, and today we're making tortilla soup. And this is a really good recipe. We have a lot of veggies that we're going to go ahead and add. So let's get started. So we're going to go ahead and start with 1 tablespoon of olive oil. I already have my little pot here ready to go, so I'm going to go ahead and add that. Okay, and then again we're going to go ahead and swirl it around, make sure that the pot is fully covered in the olive oil. I'm going to put that on the side. And then we're going to put some onion. This is about, it's a diced onion. It's the white onion. And we're going to put about half a cup of onion in here. Okay. Then I have my little spatula here ready just to make sure that we got all the onion in there. Okay. Okay, so, and then now we're going to go ahead and add some green pepper as well. And this is also about half a cup in here. Okay, we have all of it in there, so that's good. And instead of the actual recipe actually calls for to put in jalapeno, but instead of jalapeno we're going to substitute it with the green pepper, so that we get a lot of flavor out of it. And since we have kids in the house that are going to be eating from this actual dish also, we'll go ahead and substitute it again with the green pepper. So, and either way we get a lot of flavor from the green pepper, and it's not as spicy, but the flavor is there, which is what we want for sure. We'll go ahead and also add, we have some diced celery here that we're also gonna go ahead and add, and I believe this one is also about half a cup. So, okay. And we're just going to make sure too that it is caramelized and that it's just softened, and so that the vegetables get very well combined together, and so that we can get a lot more flavor out of this tortilla soup. Okay, so I already have some boiled chicken here, and like I said on my previous episode or previous video, I love to use this little handy tool, and I recently discovered you can actually use it for boiled chicken as well, so we're going to go ahead and use it so you guys can see that it is very useful, even if you're not using it for ground turkey, ground beef. It is very, very useful. And I've already tagged it or posted a link to it in my previous videos, but if you still want to check it out, I'll try to put it here as well. Okay. And this one, I do have a little bit of a footage where I put the chicken to grill. I did put a little bit of chicken broth, but it's the bouillon, the chicken bouillon. So yeah, and it wasn't a lot. I think I only put maybe like a tablespoon of it. So it wasn't a whole lot. It was just so that we can get a little bit of flavor out of the chicken, but it wasn't like an overwhelming flavor, because basically all the flavor that we're gonna get is gonna be from the actual tortilla soup. So we just want to make sure that we had a little bit of seasoning in with the chicken, so that we could once it was already done, that we could put it all together. And then right now I'm actually have a little bit of extra chicken here because as y'all know, chicken tends to shrink, and so it ended up with little tiny pieces, and we're like, no. So yeah, I had to make a little bit of extra chicken on the side here, but it's fine. At the end, it'll be really good. Okay, so I think we don't want it too smashed, but we don't want big huge chunks either, right? So just kind of, I already cut them, like sliced them already. So on that front, we're pretty good to go. I'll go ahead and take these out. I think they're pretty much done. Okay. Okay. There we go. Alright, so if you don't have this little nifty tool, you could also use 2 forks at the same time and then just kind of dig in like that, just strip it out, and then just kind of just rip it apart. That's basically what it is. We're ripping it from side to side, and then we're just shredding it. So that's all it is. But it's really easy, it's a really easy process. Like I said, for this recipe, you don't have to necessarily have a lot of the chicken, you don't have to shred it fully, because you do want a little bit of like the chunkiness, have like a little bit of a surprise, there in there. But yeah, I just want to make sure that we don't have huge actual chunks, but that you get a little bit of a surprise in there every once in a while, like, oh look, we have a little bit of a big piece. But yes, but for the faster part of us, I can't never go wrong with this. This is super easy to use, super fast. Usually like the 2 forks do take a little bit of a while to get through to do. I mean, obviously there's a rainbow at the end of the tunnel, right? But for the most part, most of us want to get through this the fast as we can, so we don't have to stand there for like a long time. So yeah, okay, all right. Okay, so I think our vegetables are pretty much almost done. Okay, and what we used from the chicken broth, we're gonna go ahead and add it to the vegetables here. And it wasn't a lot of water, which is good. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this from here, that way we have a little bit more space. Okay, and then just kind of make sure that we get everything in here. Alright, so we're gonna get started with the rest of the veggies. We're gonna put some tomato. It's also diced, and I believe this is also about half a cup. Okay, and then the final part is adding a little bit of corn. That way it could get all really nicely combined with the rest of the seasonings and everything. We're gonna go ahead and put a little bit more of that too. And then go ahead and put the beans right now. That way again, it could get combined with the rest of the meal, right? Okay. And that's a 14-ounce can, and it was washed and rinsed. Yeah, at this point, we've been a little bit too busy. We weren't able to make fresh beans, but I do recommend making fresh beans. I do have a little process on the how to make them. If you guys want to see how I make black beans, give us a comment down below and I'll show you guys. It's a pretty easy process to make. But yeah, it's pretty simple for the most part. It just takes time. That's all there is. And then finally, we'll go ahead and add some seasonings. This is 1 teaspoon of cumin. So go ahead and add that. And then 1 teaspoon of chili powder. So, okay. All right. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and switch out my little spatula for an actual spoon. Okay, and I do have a little bit of a assistant here. You guys have met him. He's my very, very faithful and loving husband. He says hi. So overall, this dish is actually pretty fast and pretty quick to make. It's about 30 to maybe 45-minute type of dish. And again, it's very easy, very simple to make. As you guys saw, we're already almost to the end. Right here, right now, actually, we're going to go ahead and add some tomato sauce. Okay, and this is about a cup of tomato sauce, and this is mostly just for flavoring, for color, and to thicken it up for the most part. So again, this is a really delicious, very good soup to make, especially, you know, on these like winter days, you know, when it's really, really cold out. And it's just mostly like a soothing, very, you know, kind of like a cozy type of day where it's too cold, but it warms you up inside. So yes. And then we're gonna go ahead and let it simmer for a little bit. That way all the flavors can get all combined and really good. So we're gonna go ahead and put a top on it, and we'll get back to you guys as soon as we have all of them combined and ready to go. And also, we're gonna go ahead and start doing a little bit of a cleanup here. Like I said, we're gonna go ahead and put the chicken at the end, but we'll get back as soon as this is ready. And finally, we have the tortilla soup pretty much ready, and we're gonna go ahead and add the shredded chicken. Okay, and like I said, it's not completely shredded. There is it's a little bit chunky, but it'll go well with this dish. So, and then again, it'll kind of also help a lot to kind of thicken it up as well. So it works. It just works. Alright, and then the last thing we're going to go ahead and add is a little bit of garlic salt. And I think this one is about a teaspoon also of garlic salt. And it's just for flavoring and for taste. If you want to add a little bit of, it doesn't have to be garlic salt. You could also add just regular salt. We prefer the garlic salt because it's just generally what we're used to, and we don't really eat a lot of salt in general. So yeah, and I think it is good to go. I'll go ahead and show you guys right now in a little bit what it looks like so you guys can see it. Okay, alright, so as you guys can see, look how good, how hearty it looks. It looks so good, so delicious, and it's already pretty much ready to go. We're gonna go ahead and let it rest for about 5 minutes. That way the juices can get soaked up by the chicken itself. And so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started on the plating in about 5 minutes. Okay, so it's been resting about 5 minutes, which is ready to go. And so we're gonna go ahead and put some on our plate here. It is so good. It looks so delicious. You could also add, if you want, also you could add a lot more veggies. The recipe actually calls for cilantro. We don't have that available this time, but if you want to add some cilantro into it, it is your choice, of course. And then, well, for this one, we're gonna get, we got a little bit of lime juice here. Add some there. It's freshly squeezed. And then we're going to add some tortilla chips. You can't have tortilla soup without tortilla chips. I'm just saying, okay? I said what I said. Alright, so also we have a little bit of an option. You can have the option of doing the diced avocado or the sliced avocado. For this one, we're going to go ahead and add some diced avocado here. Just add a little bit on top, and then we have some sour cream you can add on top. Oh man, this is looking good and like a lot better every time, guys. And then just on the side here, if you want, you could also add a little bit more of the a little bit more lime. And then finally, it is time to eat. So I'll come get you guys right now in a little bit so you guys can see what it looks like. Alright, so this is what it looks like. This is the one with the diced avocado. We have the tortilla chips, we have the lime on the side here, and of course we have the tortilla soup itself with the sour cream. And then on this side, we went ahead and made another one with the tortilla chips, the sliced avocado, and of course the sour cream. And then on the side right here we have the lime. So yeah, it is super good and ready to go, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment down below if you liked it. What do you think about the recipe? If you tried it, let us know. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.